You can check out all the episodes of The Table of Truth on our website, www.tableoftruth.com.
Yo, what type of tea you drinking, yo?
American tea.
All right. And with that, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of The Table of Truth. It's your boy Dwayne. We got, I can't even say to my left, but go ahead, American T.
Yo, what's up? This the Tea Master Ant. What's going on, y'all? We back again.
The Tea Bag God. And also, we got our other boy on my right.
What up? This is Camp Jitsu, aka the fifth brother kicked out of the Shaolin Temple.
So yeah, we're back with a new episode. You know, we've been going for a little bit. It's been like 3 weeks, a month.
Yeah, we had a consistent do 2 shows and then not see each other or hear each other for a month, and then we'll do another 2 and so forth. So with that said, we are gonna try to attempt again, third time's a charm to get 3 shows in a row. So hopefully we get that going for you guys. What's good, fellas?
Everything's good, man. Everything is good, man. I think we're worse than a Temptations group. We just can't. I don't know, man. We're gonna get there, fellas. We're gonna get there.
For me, I'm not gonna lie. My job has been crazy this summer. Like, it's been nonstop. I mean, it's still no excuse, but when you working 12 hours, 15 hours, I'm like, chill, yo. I'm going home. I'm going to sleep, man.
Yeah, and again, I was going to a wedding, then I had to go to Vegas. Like it just been nonstop, all over the place, man. To a reunion. So now headed into the fall, winter, I'm staying home, man. I'm hibernating, man. I might even go to bed this time around, man. I might. No promises.
You know you're gonna cut that shit off.
No promises.
And I thought you was a low-key deadbeat dad and just got kidnapped.
Ran away, yo.
Ran away, man. The struggle's real.
In the group chat for like 2 weeks. He's like, yo,
2 weeks. 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks.
We was about to go send Liam Nielsen to the
you might as well just can't even talk, yo. Jump right into this. Pause. Let's talk about the number 1 show of the summer, in my opinion. A top 5 show for some people in their opinion, but easily the show of the summer right now. Well, there's other good shows. So I'm gonna say one of the best shows of the summer is Power. So did you guys watch the last episode?
Loved it.
Yeah, I watched it. I want to start off by saying Tyreek can kiss my black ass. I hate his little bitch ass.
Yo, why everybody hate him for, man? What he doing that a teenager wouldn't do?
Man, he like the black version of Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
If you guys ain't watched the show, you might as well stop it right now. But what is there to like about the kid, man?
Yo, he's been lied to his whole life. Everything he stood for was a lie. So he's rebelling right now.
You know, look, my mom used to lie to me all the damn time. Don't mean I want to go act a fool though.
Yo, our parents ain't ghosts, man.
Tell that to my mama.
That's true. That's true. True that. The only thing I didn't like though is when he ratted on Tommy. I ain't like that when he ratted. That part. Remember when he told Dre where he was coming? They was coming for him.
Oh, yeah.
That I wasn't feeling. I said, all right, man, you got to at least know.
He got his sister killed, man. Like, there's no redeemable quality with the kid. I get the point of rebelling, but like he got his sister killed. Like, that's crazy to me. He had to learn his lesson from that moment.
To be fair, I understand the psychology of being lied to as a kid. And all this time, they were trying to protect you, but they went about it all the wrong way. However, there was a saving grace. When him and his mother talked, he looked like he was turning the corner. However, as we come to find out, if you follow the show, the main character, Ghost, has a way of just messing shit up. And he's still Like there was a point where Ghost even admitted to let the women do the thinking and run the plan because he usually takes over. And you thought at that point that was a turning point for Ghost, that he finally gets it. Sometimes he has to let go of the reins, but with his son, he's still trying to put this image of who he wants his son to look at him, but who he really is somebody totally different. And all his son at the end of the day wants him to be honest. Now that's no excuse for Tyreek to go off the hinges and do all this wild stuff, hang with Kanan, because if he knew the real, Kanan is a snake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A true snake. But with that said, though, do I think this is a top 5 show of all time? Hell no. To me, this is a guilty pleasure. This is just 2 steps up above Empire without the singing and songs. And
that's better. That's more than 2 steps, B. No.
This ain't the Wire. This ain't the Wire.
No. Of course not. Of course. I'm not even. Well, we'll never bring up the Wire with Power. Never. Yeah. You got it. Even Breaking Bad. Those 2, to me. Well, here's my top 5.
Oh my God!
I'll give it to Wayne. All right, I don't have a number 5, but I'll give you 4.
Okay,
1 to me is The Wire.
Number 5. Go ahead.
Number 1 to me is The Wire. And after long consideration, Sons of Anarchy and Breaking Bad flip-flops from 2 to 3.
Yo, just log off.
Then number 4. So number 4. Hear me out. Number 4 be Game of Thrones, and then number 5 is the Golden Slot. I don't have a definite number 5 yet. I would give Power a shot if it continues to stay on this course for the next 2 to 3 seasons more. Then it might have consideration. But for number 5, I have a few. I thought about it, like The Leftovers. That's up there to me. That was the only one that I really liked a lot that I can throw in number 5. But I give Power 3 more seasons, and I might make the top 5.
This is top 5 all-time TV shows.
All-time TV shows. Only because every year it gets better. This season right now is so many plots and angles. It has everybody's off their seat right now. It's not boring. It's not dull. Everybody's character is changing. Who would have thought Angela will go to the route she's going in right now? So it's like it's not predictable as I thought it would be after watching season 1. So each show is just getting more intriguing to me, and if it can continue that for 2 more years, then it might have consideration.
I mean, one thing it has going for it, which I was a big fan of Dexter. Its first 4 or 5 seasons. Pretty much after the Trinity Killer. But one of the things that sucked about Dexter, or at least going forward, was there was no character development. And you just brought up a good point with Angela. Like, you do see development of different characters. You see Tommy taking more of a lead in the drug game. You see Angela more fleshed out. You see his wife doing more things. You see his son, Tyreek, doing a lot more things. So I do give the writers, I think they have great writing, but I can't put that in the top 5. Like, and you know what? It all depends on how the show finishes up and how it ends. But it's not in my top 5 right now. Like, I could have had Dex on my top 5 back in the day, but the way it ended, that's just not even my top 30, yo. Like, it was The Walking Dead. It started off dope. You watch that show now, you like, yo, what am I watching? So I gotta wait for a show to finish to crack my top 5, yo. That's just my opinion. But
gun in my head right now. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of The Wire, so I got Wire number 1. I can flip flop. Actually, I'm gonna just say it. X-Files all time number 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Twin Peaks. The OG Twin Peaks was legit. Breaking Bad.
Now, who you got? MASH at number 5?
Nah. Twin Peaks came back though. Last year. Oh, man, Twin Peaks was back, bro. The Wonder Years for you fuckers, man. That was 5. That was my top 5.
That's top 5.
Top 5. I see Cam has joined us. Cam, we talking about
what's good?
About our top 5 TV shows of all time.
Yo, Ant said he got Hunter as his top 5.
Wow. Cam, let me tell you.
Really?
Cam,
not even
Cam, let me tell you my top 5, Cam. Don't listen to them, Cam. Yo, Cam, that don't even Cam. Did that sound like me, Cam? That don't even sound like me, Cam.
You say Remington Steele? You say Remington Steele,
Cam,
yo?
Cam, did that sound like me, Cam?
He said he had Magnum PI, Heart Council, and McCormick.
Remington
Word
Steele
up.
and
And
Airwolf.
Yo, man,
18.
the Rockford Files. You don't forget the Rockford Files.
Oh my God, hell yeah.
All right,
Forgot about that.
I said number 1 is The Wire. Number 2, Sons of Anarchy. On a Wednesday, it could be Breaking Bad, but I'm gonna give Sons of Anarchy number 2, Breaking Bad number 3, Game of Thrones number 4, and number 5 is open for debate. If Power continues on this path within the next 2 more years, that has consideration.
It's better than Sopranos, man. I didn't even say this.
I can't throw Sopranos in there. I can't. I'm not doing it. I didn't like it like that.
I didn't watch The Sopranos. I didn't watch it from start to finish. So, but I'm gonna name my top 5. I got Breaking Bad. I got The Wire. I got Luther in my top 5.
That's a good one.
I got The Night Of in my top 5. Even though it was one season, I got The Night Of, and I can't put Game of Thrones because it's not finished.
Only finished stuff. That's actually a good rule to do.
Well,
It cuts out a lot of stuff.
For mine, yeah, because I just mentioned Dexter, how it started off well, and then also The Walking Dead. But
Ray Donovan's up there. Ray Donovan's is a consideration for number 5. I have to think about that one. Throw him in the bag.
Damn, I need one more, y'all. I kind of want to say Fargo. I don't know if you guys watch it on FX.
Fargo's tight.
Fargo's really dope, yo. That'll be my top 5, yo.
All right, I'm gonna put my bullshit ass Wonder Years out. I'm putting Oz. That was like the jump off for one of the great shows.
That's number 5.
That's number 5. So I said The Wire,
man,
X-Files, Breaking Bad. My number 4. Oh, I said Twin Peaks. And Oz. Oz was before all that.
I'm not gonna lie, Leftovers.
It's good.
Leftovers is in my 5 consideration. It's in there.
Leftovers is really good, but I couldn't put it up there because I never finished it.
Yeah. Anybody watch Lost?
Nope.
I'm never watching Lost ever again.
Dude, I watched this is what happened. The last season, I started it. So I started the first season. And when I finished it,
Cam.
What up?
Got your camera?
Yeah, throw that camera on, baby. We doing videos, man.
This guy.
You see,
live from the bomb shelter.
My God, here we go. Hey,
so
live from the bomb shelter.
Check this out. Cam, you didn't tell them you moved. They didn't even know you moved.
I didn't even know you left the NY, Cam.
Yo, man, that's a segue to the next segment.
Oh, okay.
Wait, why Cam get on and he a topic for the table?
Yeah, that is OD. That is OD. Man, that's some Donald shit right there.
When I come in, I'm special.
To our followers and fans out there, a little background. Cam, formerly of NYC, has taking his talents to Palm Springs.
my man that gave up his NY badge. It's okay, man. It's okay, man.
Yeah, I can't go to New York, yo.
And you got the license? And you got your license?
I did.
You got a Cali license?
Yep.
Damn, bro.
I
don't have a Cali license yet.
Yo, Ken, you might have asked New York. It's been raining for like 3 months over there, man.
Dude, actually, I left early, honestly. I was supposed to leave on the 31st. But I was supposed to leave on the 1st, but I left on the 31st because that storm was coming. And they hit me up and they're just like, yo, you have about a 50 to 40% chance of your flight getting canceled. And after like shipping like 10 boxes, moving my whole apartment, I'm like, you know what? Let me just go a day early and just go. Because if I'm not going to be stuck for like a week and just have to figure out all that crap. So I was like, nah, I'm out.
Yo, New York became Florida right now. It's the Everglades over there, man. It's rain.
Kind of crazy.
Rain.
But yeah, it's cool, man. It's should be interesting. I'm taking a little creative sabbatical for a minute and kind of do my own thing. Chilling out in the desert, which is pretty crazy. I only go out when it's under 110 degrees.
Jesus Christ.
Cam, you got a Cuban link with Mjolnir, the Hammer of Thor?
No, man. Yo, it reminds me to be mighty every day, yo.
Hey, Cam, what's your top 5, Cam? What's your top 5?
Mine's all sci-fi, actually. I was thinking about that as you guys were saying it. Like the only ones that aren't sci-fi would probably be or sci-fi or fantasy would probably be The Wire. And when he said Oz, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that kind of precursor of all the other prison shows after, you know?
Yeah, it opened the doors. It did.
Yeah, but I would
and
say
a lot of people Oz they're all over the place still, and they're still working. So
Yeah,
Oz,
Oz
yeah,
is
it's a dope
nuts.
show, yo.
Well, that's a testament to being in the HBO machine.
true.
If you're on a show
Yeah,
on
that's true.
HBO, like that was a show called Rome.
The Corner was
Oh
good.
yeah. You know, what I was gonna say is what actually might even be a better top 5, be a top 5 like just season 1s, and then go from there, because that would change a whole different thing. Because there's a lot of good shows that had a strong season 1, and then they just fell off after second, third, and fourth.
Well, shit,
That's
Heroes
true.
was number 1 then, because The Wire
Hell
was not
yeah.
in that top 5.
Yeah,
Right on.
exactly. That's what I'm
Heroes was
saying.
crazy season 1.
But that's what I'm saying. That would be more of a. But to get not to get off topic, for me, I think like since I watch way more sci-fi fantasy, so I'll probably do like Battlestar Galactica, which is literally top 3 sci-fi shows of all time. The reboot, anyways. Deep Space Nine for Star Trek because I'm a Trekkie. I throw in The Wire, of course, because it's kind of a classic. And then everything else, either Game of Thrones, and then the fifth is like kind of like what Ant said. It's kind of debatable. It just depends on personal choice, I think.
I can't put Game of Thrones for the reason that they switched the narrative, like about the zombies.
And true.
If you haven't caught up, but the only reason I say is when they flipped the zombies as being like a big focus of the story, that's when it kind of fell off. And it went away from the character interactions and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I think for
first
me,
3 seasons was strong. But
yeah, I think for me it was more the allegories that you can draw with like corporate life, with businesses and all that kind of stuff. So like if I'm explaining something in a political setting, you can use Game of Thrones, and then you can make that analogy easily within a company setting, and talk about, you're basically a rogue nation. You have to go to your allies, who's your enemies, and this and that. Like I like those type of shows that give you those kind of life lessons that can easily go into life. Same with The Wire. The Wire is the exact same thing, and the different types of characters and how everybody plays it. Deep Space Nine is just a crazy it started out as your typical Star Trek kind of sci-fi thing, and went to this whole metaphysical philosophy thing. And then Battlestar Galactica was just a hard, gritty show where literally they're just murking like 250,000 people every episode.
Damn. I forgot about my man Cisco from Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, man, hardest captains of all time, dude. That dude. Whew. But yeah, so like shows like that. And no, actually, you know what? I take that back. My hard 5 would be Quantum Leap, because that's probably like one of my favorite sci-fi shows of all time.
Quantum Leap. I forgot about
Quantum Leap was dope.
Because it blended sci-fi, fantasy, and history too, and it's like all those cool things that I really enjoyed. And even when it ended, it didn't really end, but it still gave you a satisfying ending. Like a lot of finales, we always complain about how it ended. Like even like Dexter, like I don't watch it, but I saw the after effects when it ended. Everyone was so pissed. Same with Lost. Like back to what I was gonna say about Lost was I watched the first season when the last season was on, and so when I finished the first season, I was like, "Yo, this is really dope!" Like, so many things are going on. I'm so curious about all these mysteries. But then every week I would see my roommate go through the motions of like, yo, this show is fucking killing me. It sucks. He's like yelling at the screen. So by the time it ended, he was so pissed. He's like, don't even finish it. Just like stay where you're at in your season 1 and enjoy your life.
Yeah, no doubt. I would walk in the house and have people, they'll be playing Lost, and every episode looked like it was a jump off. I was like, yo, this is mad interesting. So I said to myself, I'm gonna just wait till the end and just binge it. Man, the backlash off that was like, don't even waste your time. So I've never like sat there and tried to watch Lost because I know what I'm getting myself into, and I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah, my friend basically was like, you can watch the first season, the last episode, and you'd be completely fine. I was like, damn, that's freaking.
But yo, the reason y'all talk about the zombies in Game of Thrones, like it's taking the route of The Walking Dead. Y'all not saying it's becoming cheesy, is it?
No, not even that.
I think the last season was a lot of fanfare. And
I
my main thing was the time travel. I did not understand how people were in a place in like 30 minutes. Like I felt like it got, no one really died in the previous season. It wasn't like the previous Game of Thrones season.
It wasn't Game of Thrones. It was almost like it was getting to like more of a soap opera type thing.
Yeah, a lot of action.
It was like instead of they were trying to go for home runs every episode.
Yeah.
And I know they gotta wrap it up, but still.
But that's no excuse.
Yeah.
That's no excuse.
No, it was like I said, it was cool, but yeah.
Game of Thrones season 1 through 3, maybe 4, okay. But this new stuff, I'm not really feeling it. I'm just
honestly, Stranger Things is on my honorable mention now that I'm thinking more. Stranger Things is I enjoy that show a lot. Mr. Robot, honorable mention.
I like
I
Mr.
can't have it over
Robot.
my top 4 though. I can't have it over my 4 though.
I said honorable mention.
I like Mr. Robot, but I'm not a big fan of Stranger Things. It was more nostalgic for me. It was cool, but it didn't have me want to talk about it after. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, it was cool. It was fun to watch.
It took me back to memory lane somewhat. It was vintage.
It's like watching the Goonies.
Yeah,
It's like one movie. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You watching one big.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I haven't even watched season 2. I just wasn't compelled to watch it. Like I was like, how far can you take this? You know?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good show. It was one of Netflix's best shows.
That's what's up. But as far as Power being top 5, hell no. I'm good.
Nah, but I will say 3 more years. If it has us talking how we talking now in 3 more years,
And, you know why they be talking like that? If they can't kill Kanan, that fool is superhuman.
Yo, they twisted up again. When Angela said what she said in that car, I was like, holy shit. She's turning to the dark side? That was crazy. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We got a little pause time out. Cam, you good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. Now I'm just making sure. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it'd probably be better to like split it up to be like, okay, what's the top 5? Drug game like ones. What's the top 5 like season ones? Like you said with Stranger Things. Like Stranger Things season 2 is actually pretty cool. There's a couple missteps and stuff like that, but in general, like it still has the same feel. And I think that the kids make the show. So the show itself is cool, but the kids make the show better. I think that's the best part about it. And so it's like, and again, like the first season was, I think was a must watch. The second season is like, yeah, get to it when you can, but it's still good,
Yeah. No, I agree. And I heard they're coming out with another. Sorry, I'm texting somebody. I heard they're coming out with another season of Luther.
Yeah, it's supposed to be with like a 3 or 4 episodes or something like that. But it might change because if he gets the Bond thing, then it's gonna go back on this like 2-3 year hiatus and then come back whenever he feels like it.
Damn.
Let's segue into that little subject right now. So, Idris Elba potentially playing Bond. How we feel on that?
You know what? Why not? I think it's good. I think it's good because it continues the tradition of what Bond is. Like the character, the actor can change, and in the story, it just rolls with it.
What I'm gonna say about this is, if Idris does not get the part, should I care? My answer is no. And the reason why I don't care, because Bond is a fictional character. What Cam was kind of alluding to was that Bond can be anybody. He's not a real person. He's been put in the perception of his image has always been this white, debonair guy, real slick, getting in and out of any situation. So a few years back when Idris Elba was up for the role and he didn't get it, people were in an uproar. But I'm like, why would you be in an uproar when the character's not real? Now, if he was up for like some character that was like a real person and he was the best man for the job, maybe we can have something to stand on. But I could care less if it gets bought or not. Is it a huge deal? Yes, but it also is a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? We're putting our faith and acceptance in a character that we have no connection with. So that's how I feel about it.
It's for people who want to see him. Like I've watched Bond and I watched it because of my stepdad, but like it's a great running series, franchise, and like it would be dope to see him because he does have all the characteristics. He is British, so it makes sense. But I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's dope. It just kind of just furthers the thing. Like people are saying that for America, like Spider-Man, the role of Spider-Man would kind of be the same as James Bond, where they swap out the actor over the years. Same with like a Wolverine and like those type of characters. But I think it's a good thing. I think there's more fanfare over what's it called? Other castings of lately, like how they casted Batwoman for the Arrowverse and how it's supposed to be like a lesbian and all this other stuff. And that's already like a big thing right now too.
Well, the thing is with that is that making said person a lesbian is kind of trying to run in line with what's going on in the real world. I had mentioned before you got cut off that If Idris didn't get the part, would I care? And I said no, for the simple fact that it is a fictional character.
Yeah, exactly.
That anybody can play Bond. That was the whole idea.
Yep.
He's an agent. His moniker is 007, License to Kill. So according to that verse, that universe, anybody could be an agent of 007.
Yep,
be a
pretty
woman,
much.
It could be a man, it could be a cripple for all I care.
Yeah,
but like I'm
much...
not gonna hit a backflip if he doesn't get the part again. Like whatever, you know.
Yeah, I think also too it goes back to just need like the one thing for instance for the Batwoman character, like that character actually was a brand new character created within the last 10 years. It started out as a lesbian, like that was the whole thing, which I think is actually dope. Just for the fact that like it's better for me, I think it's better to just create new characters that have their own thing, their own history, than to try to flip a character to whatever. And then there's a whole extra thing that's too long for this podcast. Mm-hmm. But I think it's actually a good thing that they're bringing that character in because it just kind of shows a little bit more diversity. And I mean, DC does really good on their TV shows as opposed to their movies. So if it just doesn't get it, it'd be funny if they actually were like, well, if he doesn't get Bond, why don't we just make our own Bond or our own?
Well, because at the same time we make Bond a Bond-like movie and be like, oh, they're just trying to bite James Bond. But at the same time, yes, we understand we live in a world where inclusion and diversity is everything currently. So we want to be included. We want to have a version of Bond. It's just like we had Black Panther come out and he was our superhero. Even though people didn't know who the hell Black Panther was, but the fact that we had a Black superhero being the main character generating so much hype and the Marvel machine was behind it, it was perfect timing, So if he becomes Bond, I'm pretty sure everybody and their mother will go watch it. I mean, he has a lot going on for him, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. So
yeah, and also, I mean, like Marvel is hilarious. My former employer.
Wait, Cam, do you have rights? You don't have a non-NDA? Can you talk before a year is up?
I mean, yeah. There's things I still can't say, but whatever. I keep it cool. I always have. But I would say though.
About what?
The main thing I would say is Marvel 100% did not expect Black Panther to be what it was. 100%.
Oh, of course not.
They had to do reshoots and stuff like that. They do a bunch of they did not realize what they had. Like, I don't think a lot of people don't think that they did just special marketing specifically for Black Panther. Like, nah, man, they did exactly the same one they do for Guardians, for Strange, for Thor, and it was just the people that really latched onto it and it made it more and actually added extra oomph to it that made it that Black people basically co-signed it as cool, and whatever Black people say is cool, the rest of the world thinks is cool, and there you go. So even with the tree, and it's funny because in the Honest Trailers, they even talked about that too, how it's like they didn't you could tell in Avengers Infinity War they didn't really realize that these certain characters are going to be as cool as they were or are going to be as popular as they were. So they're like, oh crap, we got to throw in M'Baku, throw in there. Oh Shuri, let's do 2 scenes. So, but
and you're right. You could tell by how they were represented in the Avengers. They didn't.
Yep.
They weren't expecting that
100%
to do that big.
Yep. But in that respect, I think it's a good thing that it did do as well. Whether people liked it or not, there's always debates about that. There's some issues with the movie, whatever. But if at the baseline it allows more Black directors and writers and storytellers to get their stories told, I'm all about it, dude. It's dope. I think it's Black Panther could be the Jackie Robinson to let it in and everybody could just rush through,
Oh hell no.
It's good for kids to see that, man. Good representation.
100%. That's why I say Jackie Robinson in respect that it was something that I was debating with young Cliff he always goes back in debates, but I was like, yo, man, it was more than Black people that made Black Panther big, but we definitely gave the cosign to make it that we embraced it, we accepted it, we thought it was cool, and that added to the coolness factor, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, because I always said Black Panther is not a Black movie.
Yeah.
It's a Marvel movie
but
with
it's
Black characters in it.
Well, it's the same with the new movie Crazy Rich Asians that just came out.
Okay, so I'm at a crossroads where part of me wants to support this movie, but at the same time, there's a part of me that's like, when I talk to my girlfriend, who's Asian, and other Asian folks, they don't think this is a fair representation of their culture.
I mean,
part of me that's like, oh, we need to support each other.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Like my girlfriend hates this movie. She's like, I don't want to see it. But
and
I was
she
like,
hasn't even watched it, right? But she already hates it before even.
Well, because she's like, that's not a representation like of us. And the fact is, I was like, well, in order to be a hater, you have to be a well-informed hater.
Yep,
so you have to watch the movie.
You are correct.
So, I'm gonna watch the movie for the simple fact to know what the hell I'm talking about when I dispute it. If I dispute it.
Also, at the same time, like
it might even actually be enjoyable. That's the funniest part.
And then how many movies do they have where they're the lead characters? Like, granted,
the last one was 1993, actually.
Really?
No, it's not Joy Luck Club, bro. It's
no, from American produced.
There was there was two movies. There was it was like about Better Luck Tomorrow.
1992.
That was 92?
Son, I'm telling you, it's like someone actually, they looked this up. They're like, the last time an American produced full Asian cast was like 92, 93. And I was like, damn.
That long ago?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. But it goes back to the same where it's like, kind of like with, like Black Panther. Like you might not have liked Black Panther, but you went to go see it. And I think some people are kind of mad about, people are mad about Crazy Rich Asians. But at the same time, that's because, Asian is a freaking lump term for how many different types of all. You're not gonna put Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Malaysian, Indian, and if you want to even get really technical, India. Like, there's so many different Asians. So the one valid criticism I've heard so far is it's set in Singapore, and a lot of the Singaporean type of stuff that should be represented is not in it. And I was like, that was one person I know that Singaporean was like saying that. I was like, oh, okay, see, that's a valid thing. Like,
that's a valid point. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like it's set in a place and it's not representative of that place. Okay, like that's cool. But I think the whole, oh man, this is not what Asian people are. It's like, come on, dude. Like, we all know there's multifaceted of Asians, but you got to start with one because so white people will buy into it, and then now you can go crazy and freaking make as many as you want.
But Cam, first off, you could tell Marvel I did call $1 billion. And I got laughed at.
Yes, you did. You did. I will admit that. He said it. He's like, "Yo, this movie's about to make $1 billion." We all laughed at him, and it did.
And that's the reason why
the Giants got the #1 defense last year.
So hold on. Can I
live for a minute? Can I bathe in the sugar pot? Can I bathe in the sugar pot real quick, please?
Continue, man. I'm sorry.
No, hold on. Let's give some context to the viewers. Ann is known to go off on a tangent and say chocolate is the best dessert ever in life.
But I had 7-Eleven, Cam. I rolled the dice. I hit. Let me. I hit.
Continue. Let him have his shine.
The reason why I said that Black Panther will be successful because black is beautiful, man. So therefore. It's gonna bring out. Let me preach. It's gonna bring out that extra audience, which I think Idris would bring out to Bond because, like D said, he claims I haven't watched no Bond. I watched a few Sean Connery's here and there. Don't ask me no stories, but I seen a few. I've turned the channel to a few here and there. I saw a few
5 minutes
for 5. So what I'm trying to say is, people like me, if you bring an Idris in there. Being he is who he is, that'll bring out more crowds, and I think that it'll be successful because one, we know he's a good actor, he has charisma, he has swag, and that's all in a pot of James Bond. I might call him James Brown. Fuck it, James Brown.
Yo.
Yeah.
So this is the problem. This is the problem. I have with it. So peep this: going to see Black Panther and Idris Elba in any significant role is like going to see Denzel nowadays. You're going to support regardless.
Yep.
I think we tired of Denzel. I think we got tired of Denzel. I think that way.
But when Denzel comes out, your mama, your aunt, and everybody gonna see it because it's a Denzel movie. They don't even know the story about Denzel in it. I'm gonna watch it. If Idris in it, I'm gonna watch it. Especially after Bond. Black Panther came out, I'm gonna watch it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
when you got Denzel doing Equalizer and he a killer, it's over, man. Now,
especially when he look like he chewing gumdrops.
It's over. It's over, man.
Slow down. But this is the thing. we're quick. Again, this comes back to on the hip hop tip.
Mhm.
We're quick to dismiss old people. Oh, you're over.
Exactly.
You're trash. Da 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 da. And won't let people be like mature and get older. So it's like
we let Morgan Freeman live. We let Morgan live.
Yeah, but he's like 90 years old. You're telling me that Denzel's trash and he's like 65. Like, come on, man. Like,
and what is Morgan? Morgan Freeman doing punching Batman?
Yeah, you know,
do nothing.
The only thing left he has to Denzel has done every role possible.
So he's supposed to retire?
Yo, this is his first sequel. Like, dude, it's his first sequel ever. He's never made a sequel.
Crazy. That's actually really crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Entire career.
And then what's it called? Back to Crazy Rich Asians. I think it's super interesting because it gets that polarizing aspect where people are like, I don't want to see it because it doesn't represent Asian people the way it's supposed to be represented. And then it's like, well, we should see it because there's no American produced Asian films, and it's an Asian director. It's based off an Asian author. It's Asian writers, and it's an all Asian cast. So it's like you might as well just to see if it's decent, and if it sucks, you can be like, yo, this shit sucks.
And just like you said, Cam, that gets your foot in the door. That gets more people going out to see those type of movies.
Yep.
Like Black Panther, you see it. All right. Well, you know what? Let's give a chance to another Black director or a Black cast. Yeah. Like for you to say automatically, I don't want to see it without. I'm not saying you should see a movie because it's your ethnicity. Like if it has something where it looks interesting, like all right, go see it. Go support your people.
That is why Ildra's going to be successful, I think, in Bond, because not only is the name of Bond should sell itself.
You don't need
now
to
you have
Bond.
Say that again?
I say you don't really need to support Bond. It's one of the longest running franchises ever.
No, yeah,
it ain't going nowhere.
Whether it's just Bond or not,
Egypt is not going to help Bond.
Yeah, exactly.
Bond's been here.
But no, he is going to appeal to another audience, which is us.
You're not going to go back and watch the old Bonds. You're not going back to watch Roger Moore. You're not going
They're
back
going to see him. That's what I mean.
But no, I'm just saying, like, you're just going in to see him, and that's it. It's not. We're saying it's not helping the franchise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So his name could have been again James Brown with a suit on, and people go see it. That's what you're trying to say. It had nothing to do with James Bond.
Dude, there's been 25. There's been 25 Bonds. They're doing just fine without Black people. The Black people just show up and be like, "Oh, you like Bond?
You could never be tired with more money. Let's get that straight.
No, that's true.
New money is new money. That's a new Ferrari. That's a new Porsche. New yacht. They need that. They got to eat.
That's
the
true.
Billionaires got to eat.
I mean, but it's still out the gate. We're making half a bill without Black people. So it's like, oh, hey, Black people like it. Okay, we'll make a little bit more than half a bill. That's cool.
Yo,
because right now,
keep in mind, doing this is opening doors. We're not saying go make all the dumb movies and I'm gonna support it because you're Black. No, we want people to have opportunities. You want the best of the best to shine, and movies like Black Panther will hopefully open the doors. Hopefully people go watch Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and also, it's. I think it's gonna do well purely because white people like to act like they support minorities. So they'll be like, oh my God, this movie is a cool rom-com, but it just has Asian people in it. Yay. And then that's literally go to Rotten Tomatoes and look at all the comments, like all the reviewers. It's like, oh, this is such a great breath of fresh air of rom-com and blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on, dog. Like,
yeah.
When I went to go watch, what was it? Oh, Brown Sugar. And I went to go watch it. And the lady that was taking my ticket, she was older. And she was like, oh, what movie are you watching? Oh, Brown Sugar. Oh, it's a romantic story, but with Black people in it.
Wow. She said
she wasn't racist. She was just saying it in a matter-of-factly way. And I was just laughing because it was like Dave Chappelle said, that was so racist. It was racist.
Wow. But you know what? I would have went, speaking on Black Panther, I would have went just for, it could have been anybody directing. I was going to watch Black Panther.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The fact that it had Ryan Coogler in it, who had a good track record leading up to Black Panther, was a major factor in that. And then they had an all-star cast, which kind of appealed to me. It wasn't just like it was a Black people, because it's not a Black person's movie. It's just a Marvel movie with Black people in it.
And it's not an African movie either, because it's an African American's viewpoint on African culture, which is imperialistic and all that kind of stuff. So it's like even Africans are kind of like, yo, what the fuck is up with this accent?
I think what made me annoyed the shit out of me is that people really started to make Wakanda real, and I was like, come on now, like.
But that's the greatness of Black Panther. Though that's the greatness of Black Panther. You can't lie. As a movie, people,
hey, the gift and the curse of that. It like you got to take the good with the bad. I understand that yin and the yang, but like I'm also coming from a different background, and like
like you're a film dude,
smart.
and I think that's the aspect of it too, where it's like the thing I was explaining to my bosses when we watched Infinity War, and you know the ending the way it is. And I was telling them, I was like, yo, Black people are going to be mad because you have a whole section of your audience that just watched Black Panther just for Black Panther because he was Black. Not because they watched any of the other 10 movies before that. They might have watched Winter Soldier, or not Winter Soldier, but Civil War, maybe. So they come into Avengers Infinity War like, yeah, Black Panther about to get it. And then he gets got. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? And I laughed because I was trying to explain. I was like, there's a whole section of people that only watch things that Black people are in it. They're not until Black people, they're not watching it, you know. And so that's just there's a whole section of people like that. And so same with crazy rich Asians, like the Chinese cinema and freaking Korean cinema is bananas. They have some of the dopest movies I've ever seen, but in American audiences, that this doesn't translate. So this is again American produced, American thing. So Crazy Rich Asians, like I hope it does well. That makes it opens for everyone else, you know?
Yep.
My biggest complaint is that sometimes the stories we pick to get an opening or crack a door open, I don't always agree with. Like,
yeah. And again, that's the you know, and once again, gatekeepers, white folks. White folks
everyone in is what Cam is saying. That's like to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But I hate that we have to play a certain role though, or we have to do a certain movie. Like when I watched Training Day versus Malcolm X,
you know,
right. Denzel should have got the Oscar for Malcolm X, but he got.
What was he up against that year?
American whack, not Son of a Woman.
It was Son of a Woman.
Oh, it was, yeah.
That was political right there. That was political though. We all know that was the bullshit.
But so to that effect, who is it? The guy that did Kingsman and X-Men First Class. He made the first Kingsman. Yeah, so he made the first Kingsman without major label studio money. He has like a VC fund that with their VC is basically funding movies. And so like he was like, yeah, I did that because it was independent, and that's like they funded my movie. I could do whatever I want. Then we shop it to the studios. And I think
that's still the best X-Men.
Yeah, and so a lot of times I wish more Black celebrities would actually bond together and do that together and be like, yo, Will, Oprah, Jay, we all put money into a certain pot. Let's go fund Black films so that people can get their stories out, because that would be a good way to do that. And you don't get to see it. You see it, you know, like Malcolm X is actually one of the last ones that happened with, because Spike Lee told that story. He was like, yeah, he's like, I was running out of money and I went to everybody. I went to Oprah, I went to Mike, I went to different people. I was like, yo, I need X amount of money to finish this film, and they gave it to me so we can finish it. So it's like, I wish more celebrities on that level would actually like talk to each other and then go in on something and then start to fund Black movies and let, you know, more people's voices be heard, because that's a better way to keep the money within our culture, spread, you know, get stories told, and then also inspire younger people to do the exact same thing. Because right now we're still running to like, you know, to these larger studios to fund our movies, and still the white person saying, hey man, yeah, you should do that. Actually, and after I said that, the main dude that greenlit Black Panther was a Black dude who's an exec in Marvel Studios up there. So that's one thing that's kind of cool. That adds to it. But I wish more and more people on that level that have those millions can kind of bond together and start to greenlight films that would help younger Black artists get their stories. So that would just be dope, you know?
Well, Black Panther paved the way, so I want to say paved the way, but he opened up doors. So we'll see.
We don't know what it's done yet. I mean, we'll have to see if any more. I mean, Black Lightning is a TV show, but Luke Cage, but that was out before the Black Panther. I mean, we don't know. We'll see what happens afterwards.
I think my biggest problem is that I'm always looking at shows that come out of Black people getting recognized. I'm always weary about it. I'm always looking at it with a cynic's eye. Like, will it be good? Because I'm just saying. Because like I look, I'm not gonna just support any art or movie just because Black people in it. It's got to be good. You know, like it's got to be good. Yeah, and I don't want to fall into the trap that I hold my own people accountable to a higher standard. Like I watch good movies. Like I don't care who's in it. Like I want to see a good cinema. Yeah. Like I'm a huge Wong Kar-wai guy. Chunky,
but you still, but you still gotta support it nonetheless, only because you're gonna have your bad. Because you're gonna have. Because we're as already behind the 8 ball already, so it can't just be.
That's the wrong reason to support it.
Because
you should support good.
No,
you should support good stuff,
support
not
good.
necessarily bad.
Support good, but at the same time, man, damn it, if you give everybody one tomato, we barely got in the door. You if you gonna say nah, it ain't my standard, though, it's gonna be cast out. I get what you're saying, but there's got to be some type of leniency, just a little bit.
No,
it has to.
You still got to be good.
Right.
I think at the end of the day, you got to be good. Like, say for instance,
I'll cancel any Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan, but I haven't even watched Ant-Man. It's probably good. I'm not interested into it.
Yeah, it's actually
there's some bad Marvel movies. If I can go back and not watch the original Thor, I would not.
X-Men, Fox, X-Men. Jesus Christ, X-Men.
I'm just saying in general, I'm not gonna be supporting any old piece of work.
Yeah,
I feel you.
And I think also too, for as Black people in general, we need to, like I said, you got to support things that you like. Like, there's a whole section of people that like Madea movies, and they watch it and they support it, and it always makes double of whatever it was made for. If it was made for $3 million, it always makes $6 million. Same, and and Tyler Perry knows this, and he's not making Madea movies for everybody on this show. I'm not watching the Madea movie.
I don't know.
But at the same,
I've seen a few.
But he makes it for an audience that likes it, and so that's good. I'm glad that audience likes it, and that audience supports it.
But
we do our final words, yo.
Ant, you want to go first?
Yes. We was talking about movies earlier, and I was watching. Dwayne's gonna laugh. The biggest disappointment movie of all time. Congo came on yesterday, and I watched a gorilla with a power glove on, an NES power glove. Oh fucking!
You know why? Because it was so promoted.
I was so
like crazy.
Yes, I was watching the other day. I said this got to be the most embarrassing movie of all time, yo. That shit was on every cup, KFC cup, commercials. Oh my, yeah. So, my takeaway is, yo, certain movies was just Congo, man. Y'all, they're terrible, man. That's all I can say, man. But I'm glad we back.
Why the hell did you watch it?
I was watching it with Nate, because Nate likes to watch all these old sci-fi, and so I said, you know what, let's watch Congo. And he was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
All movies, I'd have been like, nah, we're not watching Congo, yo.
Yo, dogs, he saw Super Saiyan apes with gray apes doing flips. I was like, all right, you want to watch it? Let's go. And boy, was it bootleg.
What horrible movie is Ant talking about now?
Congo.
Jesus Christ.
Did he like it? Did he like it at least?
He laughed at it, but he said it wasn't whack. He just found it humorous, that's all.
Kid.
Yeah, he's a kid, so he enjoyed it. I did.
Oh, he's a kid. That's different.
Yeah, he's 14, so I'm trying to have him watch what I used to watch. So certain things is boring, some things is not to him. But I put on Legend with Tom Cruise. He's like, yo, turn this shit off.
I said that when I first saw it.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, yo, turn this shit off. My fault, man. I'm going way back.
Let him watch Willow, yo.
Yo, man.
He might like that.
Willow, underground classic, yo. It's underrated, son.
Yeah, he might like that.
Dwayne, you gotta find a word.
Nah, I don't. I can't even think of one right now, yo. I'll come back to me, yo.
Cam?
My final word is go watch Willow. Shit holds up.
Then when you've been watching Willow, go watch Beastmaster.
Yo. There's a trio of them. There's like 5 movies that all were on TBS.
Crow? Wait, was Crow
TBS at like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's like Crawl, Beastmaster, Willow, Legend. Damn, there's another one too. Like a really bad one. Probably. Yo, Beastmaster was pretty.
Legend's a classic. Legend's a classic.
Like Red Sonja too. They put that in there in that rotation.
Yeah, I put that.
Yo, they had a lot of them. Lady Hawk,
maybe.
Yo, Marcus loves Ghostbusters, the original.
It's classic.
I mean,
yo, he loves Ghostbusters.
What's crazy though, if you watch Ghostbusters now, like it's a pretty serious, like the way they told the film, and like it's kind of heavy. There's a lot of heavy.
Yeah, it holds up, yo. Yeah, for real.
Ghostbusters lived up, yo. Head of his time, yo.
Final word. Yeah, man. I think people should, as Cam always says, be a well-informed hater. I think that's a really good term for 2018. I think a lot of people are too quick to share a link of just the title and not actually read the article or to comment on a movie without actually watching the movie, or comment on an album without like listening to it. Like I hear a lot of good things about the Travis Scott album. I'm not a Travis Scott fan. I might not listen to it, so I have no opinion about it. I heard it's dope, but I'm just not. I just don't like Travis. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not into him. So like, but people like again, like I'm not gonna hate on it just because I don't like him as an artist. I'm just like, yo, if it's dope, then I think it's whatever. But I think it is important that people at least just take the time to like read and like just pay attention. Like I think the social media like atmosphere now makes everything quick bites and really quick things where they just literally just look at the title and just comment or something, or watch that 2-minute clip or 5 or 10-second clip, and then have a whole thought process about it without actually like thinking deeply about it. So I just think people should just just think deeply about normal shit, be logical, and pay attention and read up before you have a comment about something.
My final word is going out. It's going to be a little different route. I'm going to give a shout out and some dues to extended friends of the Table of Truth. I want to give a shout out to J-Ton Gunther, the Whiskey Lifestyle, Griff, and them doing it, and Pope Phoenix. And I want to promote their stuff, and you can reach them. You can reach J-Ton Gunther on IG at JATONGUNTER. That's his IG, and he's the author of a book called Fruit and Glass for all you wine aficionados. I want to hit up the Whiskey Lifestyle, spell like it said, the Whiskey Lifestyle, no different spelling on IG. And I want to give a big shout out to Pope Phoenix, who's doing a little special project out there for all those who want a portrait. If you go to his IG page at Pope Phoenix, POPEPHOENIX, hit him up, sidebar with him. He can do a portrait for $75. It's a limited time only. You can get your custom portrait, digital art, vector art, illustration by a dope artist. Pope Phoenix, check his work out. That's my final word.
Holla.
Dope.
Yeah.
And then, Dwayne, you have one, or you say you're good?
I guess I got a mini final word. My final word's about New York sports. I've been a lifelong fan of the Bulls.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys. But there's a story you guys know about the Giants. It involves sneakers. But I've had this conversation with my girl, with Aunt. I'll come back to the New York team, yo.
Yo, he been saying that for. Yeah, this is the first announcement, but he been talking about it.
But no, and by osmosis, I've been following these teams my entire life. So I think moving away from the city, it's weird not living there, telling people from New York, and then like rooting for another team. So yeah, I'm back to my New York ties, yo. So when you guys got Nick jokes, holla at me, yo.
We gonna have a long. I can't wait for the next episode of sports. I can't wait.
Dwayne, so you gave up the Bulls and the Cowboys?
Yeah. Especially the Cowboys. I don't know what Jerry Jones talking about, y'all.
No, okay. I can understand the Cowboys because it's deeper than just fandom. It's some political ties.
It's weird. Like, I'm not going to hate them, but I'm going to support my New York team, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a first.
That's a really big deal.
Big deal. Yeah.
Shout out to Tim Gray. Now, I'm the only Nick hater. Yo, Cam, quiet as kept, yo. We might have Kyrie and Butler next year, man.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
We gonna say that for October when basketball comes. I'm gonna
say this. And this is the last word. If y'all do get them, good for y'all. Y'all need to be relevant again.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, LeBron.
Yep.
Soon, you guys shall have the sports the pre-football TOT sports episode.
Can I say one more thing? Yo, we got Barkley this year, man. Can I do a prediction with him right now, or should I wait? We'll wait till the sports episode. But
I'm gonna say this, Cam, you need to be on the episode because I see you quietly dropping some sports knowledge more than the so-called sports. in our chat.
Hey man, I pay attention.
Nameless.
Yo,
You might have to jump on the sports one.
I pay attention.
Because we have a so-called sports guru who think he knows stuff, but I ain't heard him chime in on anything sports related in a few weeks. So
what was this?
Like I said.
Oh, in the main chat?
In the main chat.
Well, I haven't been there, so I know
are we gonna have a split episode before NFL season starts?
We should.
Yeah, I think we should have a football one and maybe a fantasy football one as well. So we'll talk about that off the air, but
yeah, off the air.
Yeah, another great show, guys. We holler at you all later, man. Peace.
Peace.
One.
You can listen and download to all of our episodes of The Table of Truth on iTunes. Just search The Table of Truth podcast.